So we talked a little bit about the benefits of different strengths.
Okay.
Like different milligrams and things like that, which it seems like people probably just need to experiment, right?
They do. Everyone's body is so uniquely different.
Yeah.
With CBD and THC both. And so I would say start like in that 20 to 30 milligram ranges, which is my gummies are 25, and that's what I've really most promote and I think is the best range from what I've seen for people overall, and then go up from there because you can always take more.
Sure.
And again, if you took a little too much, or when I say you're going to be a little bit more tired, you know, or something like that.
Yeah.
I would say 1 out of 10 million people maybe are one of those super sensitive types that are like maybe with CBD even in general would make them feel like a slightly little bit high. But again, I don't think that, you know, that's 1 out of 10 million people probably that, you know, that you hear something on. And there's a lot that goes along with that too, maybe medications and all those kind of things that they might be taking as well. But overall, I you know, 25 milligrams is a good dose. I recommend even from 20 to 30 to start with.
Okay.
And then wait 30 minutes to an hour. That's how long the gummies typically take to kick in.
Sure.
And then try another one.
Okay. Yeah, something else I'd like to I think you're going to be doing some content and stuff. I know yourself too. I want to get you in touch with Dr. Anthony J, because Dr. J talks about this, and then my functional medicine team at Wild Health, they just put out a newsletter on this. I was like, I got to forward this to Matt. But they were talking about this is very, very genetics specific. So there are certain people with certain genetics, and that's what they were talking about. They went through specific alleles and genetics of saying this type of person is going to respond very well to CBD. This type of person is going to respond very well to THC. And it's very, because sometimes this will happen. I'll get people that reach out to me and they'll say like, I tried this thing that you recommended and I hated it. And I was like, well, that was like a game changer for me.
Yeah.
And they're almost like mad at me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like we don't have the same genetics. We're not the same person. You might be a different ethnicity, different background, a different baseline health level, you know, because most of the people that come to me are quite unhealthy looking for help, you know? So it's like, you really have no way of knowing. But anyway, I'm rambling because I would love to get you in touch with like some genetics nerds.
Absolutely.
To talk about the differences, you know?
I love it. Yeah. And different strands, like you have mainly the control that we talked a little bit earlier, but terpenes, some are more in general, more energizing, you know, more focus oriented. Some are more couch lock, relaxing. And those are really what determine. It's like when you go to a dispensary or go anywhere, the you know, the THC ranges are the certain type, but some of them will make some strands will make people nervous, while some people are making more relaxed. And so it's hard to tell. I don't feel like science hopefully will catch up soon. You know, of like, hey, you can get some tests done and see which ones are the best for you.
Which one's perfect for you. Oh, that'd be great.
That would be awesome. Because I feel like some people might try the wrong one, got the wrong impression, and then like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not done trying that. That was a bad experience.
That's our next company, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That would be sick. Dude, there's one of the people I work with in Israel, which is like the people that discovered a lot of the CBD and, you know, compounds found in cannabis.
Wow.
They were the first country. They're far ahead of us in research and stuff, because they were the first country, I think, to legalize it medically, and they kept it very controlled to where there's 3 farms in the entire country, planted in the same places, around the same soil, same seeds, and same genetic makeups each time.
Wow.
Then they would control it through the medical system and doctors that would, you know, have patients try the cannabis. And they would have it all tested for firsthand and know like, all right, these were these terpene strands that were heavily in this one. And then people from 30 or 40 years started giving feedback of like, yeah, I have these conditions and these are the, you know, strands I've been taking and this one's worked the best for us. So through that, over the last 30, 40 years, and now with AI and all this different technology, they're able to sift through all this data. And that's a lot of what I like when I add back terpenes to products. This one doesn't specifically have them, but I'm going to be having other products that add back terpenes.
Nice.
Is that you can actually start to nail down like which terpenes are going to draw which effect in certain people. What's crazy too is you can give them a flower, like a cannabis flower, bud, and send it to them, and they can test it, the exact genetic makeup, and get it in a liquid bottle, like basically steam distilled, no solvents, and distill like the exact replica of that, you know, plant that you gave them. So it's coming. It really is. I think it's going to be a lot more narrowed down, and that's why I feel like the community that we're building at AlcHempist is really important, because I think sharing these stories and like, hey, I had this condition, this is what I was doing, and it helped me in this way, or someone else comes in, I had this, and you can start to at least narrow down some of this stuff to where you're not, like guessing and all that kind of stuff, and that you can get a little bit better plan and more accurate.
Yeah.
And then again, like I would say, if it doesn't work right off the bat, try something different.
Sure.
Maybe switch it up a little bit, because there's huge power in this plant if used in the right way. And so in that way is different for every person. So you kind of have to narrow down the best you can with your research.
Yeah.
And then go about it the right way.